Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game is so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never make it, no. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook. Big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bow. Oh God. Let her cook. All this sauce I'm trying.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSM, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Spooler Stadium for this edition of High School Boys Soccer here on SummitCitySports.com. I'm Thad Goff. Rob Rhodes is the cameraman, and we are here from Spooler Stadium as the Northrop Bruins take on the Southside Archers in an SAC matchup between two schools that are both members of the Fort Wayne Community Schools District. I'll give you a look at the standings in the SAC right now. Currently, it's a two-way tie for first in the SAC with Bishop Luers and Northrop both tied atop the conference. Now, Luers won the SAC last year. Northrop was the only SAC team to beat Bishop Luers a year ago, and they also won the conference 2 years ago. So this is a Northrop soccer team that is a force to be reckoned with and has been for quite some time. Their overall record is 5-0-1. Now, Southside, they're 2-0 overall, but right now they are in third place in the SAC, and that's because they're 1-0 in conference play. Their one conference win was against the Snyder Panthers, a 7-0, shellacking you might call it. That was a phrase that Southside's PA announcer used when I was at the Homestead game leading into the broadcast. Edie Uda had a hat trick in that particular game. Now, it's the Snyder game, that is. The Homestead game was a loss for Southside, but they did bounce back and knock off Lafayette Jefferson back on Saturday. That was a big win for Southside. They've played a fairly tough schedule. Homestead, never an easy opponent. They also went on the road and played Warsaw, and Warsaw did win that game, but Southside did give them a bit of a battle. Lost it 3-1, but did battle in the game. Gray Gensick came up with a hat trick. He's the leading goal scorer for Southside on the season, and Miles Clark finished that game with 2 goals. I believe Clark has 4 goals on the season. Edie Uda, also a dynamic goal scorer, and Corte Wallace, the son of head coach Colas Wallace, dynamic player himself. He is quick. He can go down the field quickly and set up chances for his teammates. We'll see if he can do that tonight against these Northrop Bruins. Northrop has the better record on the scoreboard. However, Southside, like I said, they play quick. They can go up and down the field at fast pace, and put pressure on any opposing team. Talked a little bit about these Northrop Bruins. Like I said, they're 5-0-1 on the season, and they've got some good goal scorers themselves. Alex Oatara, leading goal scorer, 7 goals on the season. Now, he's not starting tonight, but from what I'm told, he will likely come in off the bench, and I'm even told that when he comes in off the bench, he plays at an extremely high motor. Those weren't the exact words used, but I think that gets the point across. Diego Reynoso Pacheco has scored 5 goals so far this season. He's a senior, and then you got Mang En, the junior, having scored 5 goals on the year as well. It's worth noting that Pai Soon, who has 1 goal scored this season, he's also on the football team. He's a kicker for Northrop's football team that is currently 2-0 and got their first home win of the season this past week against the Huntington North Vikings. And they're going to be home again, taking on the Northside Legends for their conference opener this coming Friday. You'll get a chance to watch that here on SummitCitySports.com. Northrop's wins have been against Belmont, DeKalb, Northside, Wayne and East Noble. And that East Noble team was 4-0 going into play this past Saturday, which was when Northrop went up to Kendallville and got the win, handing East Noble their first loss of the season. In that game, Northrop had goals from Alex Oatara and Christopher Rodriguez. Rodriguez, a sophomore midfielder, and I think that might have been his first goal of the season, if I'm not mistaken. Northrop does have a few players with 2 goals on the year, and from what I'm seeing, yes, that was Rodriguez's first goal of the season. Head coach Robbie Bakel putting another real good team on the field, just like last year. That last year's team went 12-5. And as the season was starting to wind down, I should say they went 12-5-2. As the season was starting to wind down, they came up with some big wins, especially the game here against the Knights of Bishop Luers, a 1-0 win with Namek Mayich scoring the game's only goal. And I believe Mayich played with the Fort Wayne FC just a year ago. Now, this Southside program has been improving under head coach Colas Wallace, coming off a 9-win season a year ago. That's an improvement off the year before. And like I said, they played a very fast tempo. Coach Wallace trying to keep this program going in the right direction. It's been going in the right direction for a while. We're getting you your some words from our sponsors here in just a matter of moments, but right now the pregame clock is down to 0, so the two teams should be meeting at midfield and ready to come out for the introduction of the starting lineups here in a second. Got time, I might be able to get in a few sponsorship readers here, but like I said, the players are about to make their way out. They haven't made their way out yet, so we'll go ahead and get a few readers in while I've got a chance. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions and enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Tom Steel Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They'll help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on X at 260 Sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we've got more sponsors to recognize as the game goes on, but right now it's just about time to introduce the starting lineups and also have the national anthem. We'll turn it over to our PA announcer.
Number 4, Trent Reynolds. Number 5, Creed Reynolds. Number 6, Anthony Zarate Lopez. Number 7, Eduardo Diaz. Number 9, Edie Yuda. Number 10, Gray Jensen. Number 11, Miles Cork. Number 18, Jaime Perez. Number 21, Alan Herrera. And number 33, Corte Wallace. And now for your Northrop Bruins. Starting in goal, number 99, Marian Kapazovic. Number 2, Diego Esquivel. Number 3, Jacob Hatton. Number 4, Ali Albrami. Number 5, Hamza Al-Salahi. Number 8, Christopher Rodriguez. Number 9, Diego Redosa Pacheco. Number 11, Pai Soon. Number 12, Brandon Vidal Arax. Number 15, Meng N. And number 20, Derlin Isquito. Please stand for the playing of your national anthem. I guess we're humming to ourselves. Sorry, folks. Some technical difficulties. So on that note, congratulations, or good luck, gentlemen, and have a good game.
looks like we're getting right into it. They had some technical difficulties with the national anthem, so going to get right into soccer here. Get one more reader in while I've got a chance. Earn your edge this season. PSM's Edge Training Program maximizes your athleticism through personalized performance training to reach your goals and get you to the next level. Visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge to schedule your free consultation. Well, 40 minutes on the clock. They'll play 2 40-minute halves here at Spooler Stadium. That is how they do it in Indiana high school soccer. And if this game were to be tied at the end of regulation, it would go into overtime. This is a conference game. Both Southside and Northrop out of the SAC. Not only are they in the same school district, they're also in the same conference, as most of you probably know. Most of the Fort Wayne teams are in the SAC, although Homestead and Carroll are in the SAC for football and basketball, but not so for other sports. Of course, the clock does count down in Indiana high school soccer. It will be Southside who gets the opening kickoff. So Northrop will get the kickoff at the start of the second half, but Southside kicks it off to start the game, and this game is underway. And you may see a decent bit of the sun, or at least a decent bit of light shining off of from the sun, because we are facing to the west as Southside gets an early chance. Northrop gets back defensively as Edie Yuta is there. This one's out of bounds. And it's looking like a goal kick for the Bruins. Miles Clark and Edie Yuta trying to create a little scoring chance there for the Archers as the Bruins have it set up, ready to boot it away. Nearly taken away by Eduardo Diaz. Northrop gets a touch near midfield. Clark is there in close, couldn't take it away. Brandon Vidal-Arias gets to it, and he finds Jacob Hatton. Hatton trying to set a man up, and that's going to be a corner kick for Northrop. So they're trying to set up Nerwin Acheto. I think that's Abraman Muhammad from the JV team serving as the quote-unquote ball retriever. Looks like Christopher Rodriguez will handle the corner kick for Northrop. He sends it in, poked up in the air, and it's worth noting that's Raul Juarez in goal. I was calling him Raul Salazar in the Homestead game. It turns out he's got 2 last names, and Colas Wallace, the Archers head coach, was up here before this game and said that he is going by the last name of Juarez nowadays. You look at the roster, you will see Salazar on the roster, but apparently he's going by the surname of Juarez. Acheto gets to the ball. Trying to go to work against Trek Reynolds. He's not making it easy on him. A long cross just outside the box. Corte Wallace is there. And Northrop has to work their way backwards, and we're going to get a whistle against the Bruins. Again, we do apologize if you see a little excessive light there on the field. That's because we are facing west, and with sunset approaching, the sun is right in our eyes. It's not right in my eyes. I'm trying to look away from it as much as possible, and I imagine Rob is too. Little contact there from Clark. Out of bounds. Throw in coming up for Southside, and Clark fires it in. Looking for Alan Herrera. That ball gets loose in front of the box. Wallace with a chance. Wallace trying to gain control. He gets to the ball, and Wallace has it knocked away. There to recover is Anthony Zarate Lopez. This ball's out of bounds. And it's looking like it's going to be a goal kick. Or is it? Is it going to be a penalty kick? Looks like Miles Clark is going to handle the kick. In a moment, I'll try to get a look at what happened here, but this is going to be a one-shot chance for Miles Clark. Right now, Katazovic just got back in the goal. Clark has it set up. Clark runs up. Left-footed strike. Goal! And the Archers cash in on the PK. Miles Clark. Clock shows 36:51. Check that, 36:50. We'll reset our clock there, and we'll try to see if I can get a look at both of these replays brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. I think that's where the call was, the trip in the box. And you think you just saw it there at the top of your screen. And it looked like the guy they got was Hamza Al-Salahi. And again, I'm going to have to reset my clock as I'm trying to focus on the game and the replay at the same time. Southside pushing again. Clark weaving his way through traffic. Getting six shot deflected. I'm sorry, Jensick. Gray Jensick. Get another look at this goal by Clark on the replay brought to you by Traction Athletic Performances. Southside's going to have a corner kick. Clark kind of danced around before he ran up and shot this thing. And Katajevic hardly had a chance, it would seem. Clark able to put it in. The sophomore who had 6 goals a year ago as one of the leaders on this Archers team. Long kick into the box. Trying to set up a header, and it goes wide. That was Wallace. Corte Wallace, who got his head on it, but couldn't put it home. Corte Wallace, the son of Archers head coach Colas Wallace. He's also a really good basketball player, and I'm told he's a really good baseball player, too. Corte's a junior, figures to be a key contributor on the basketball team this year. He's been a key contributor off the bench. And that boys' basketball team will be without DeMarcus Barr, who's already finished his senior year. This is looking like offsides. It is. Flag goes up, and it's going the other way. Raul Juarez, the goalie, coming out to handle the free kick. And it's a deep one. Bruins get there. As Zarate Lopez heads it the other way. There's Wallace. Wallace goes quick. Wallace trying to get control. Cleared toward the near side. And Trek Reynolds will just let that roll out of bounds. And be careful running on that asphalt with those cleats. I know a man who once ran in cleats on a hard surface and slipped and fell. Who was that man, you might ask? He's talking to you right now. If you haven't figured it out, it was me. Juarez boots it toward Clark. It's going to roll to the sideline. Clark stays with it. Did that stay in bounds? That looked like it was rolling out. Yuta has it deflected. Northrop gets back defensively, and that's cleared. Looked like that was Ali Algrama. Reynoso Pacheco trying to get a touch. He's one of the leading goal scorers on this Northrop team. Vidal Arias also looking for a touch. This one's cleared by the Archers, and the Bruins will get the throw in. Southside has controlled the possessions well early on in this ball game, but Northrop trying to change the momentum as they get the ball into the box on the throw in. Backwards pass. Rodriguez sends it, but it's going to be cleared out by the Archers, and here's Wallace. Wallace looking up ahead for Yuta. Yuta one-on-one. Yuta down the sideline, going quick. Yuta with a chance. And that's cleared away by Katajevic. Another left-footed shot. That one is wide. Only goal so far on a PK. Miles Clark was the one who scored. And that was Clark's 3rd goal of the year that he scored as Northrop gets a goal kick. There have been some interesting games, not just in soccer, but in other sports between these two teams. You may remember last year, Northrop went on the road to Southside, Southside ended up winning, I believe it was 17 games in boys basketball. And Northrop went on to upset them. That was the Bruins, who were coming off a 1-win season the year before. I believe they had, I think it was 9 wins a year ago. Getting better under soon-to-be third-year head coach Shane Merriman. This ball's kicked out of bounds off the Archers. Throw-in coming for the Bruins. We're inside the 9th minute here at Spooler Stadium. As Trek Reynolds goes after that ball, so too does Jaime Perez, and that's knocked out of bounds by the Archers, right to the Archers bench, in fact. And the Bruins get the throw-in. Reynoso Pacheco trying to get free. He's got 5 goals this year, and another throw-in coming up for the Bruins. Looks like Pi Soon's going to handle this throw-in. Soon also the place kicker on the Northrop football team. Working through traffic, Reynoso Pacheco, he scores! Diego Reynoso Pacheco ties it up. And that was Pacheco's speed that set that up. We'll show it to you here on the replay, brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Watch Reynoso Pacheco work his way past 3, 4, 5 Archers, however many it was. He got past a sea of white shirts. And the Bruins have evened up the score here at Spooler Stadium. We know these Archers can go quick. You know that they're not going to quit. But Northrop responds well after giving up the PK goal. Clark gets a touch, sends it forward to Herrera. Herrera looking for Yuta. He's got a defender right there. That was Diego Esquivel. Left-footed strike. Cleared out of the box. I think that was Hatton. And a touch for Echeto. Nerwin Echeto. That's a long kick. Juarez is going to field this one. And he boots it down the field. Header comes the other way, headed back the other way. Yuta goes down. And we've got a call against Southside. Free kick coming for Northrop. It'll be Rodriguez to handle. And Rodriguez with a long boot. Header goes backwards. That's Hatton there on the back end. Kept in play nicely by Herrera. And cleared out by the Bruins. That was Christopher Rodriguez. Hatton takes it away for Northrop. Vidal Arias trying to get free. He keeps it in play, sends it up the field, keeps it in, and Echeto pushing for Northrop. Nerwin Echeto with Zarate Lopez right on him. Vidal Arias has it taken away by Clark. Clark kind of a soft kick with the left foot. Flag goes up. I think that's going to be a handball, or is it? Everybody's running towards the Northrop goal. Whistles blow. Clock has not stopped. It's going to be a free kick for Southside. Call against Northrop. Jaime Perez will handle it. And Perez sends it toward the box. Clark couldn't handle it. Throw in coming for Northrop. Northrop 5-0-1. They are undefeated. The one tie came against the Homestead Spartans. As Yuta gets a touch, weaves in and out of the box. Gets by a defender. But another defender right there. Northrop trying to clear as this ball bounces every which way possible. Northrop still not able to clear it, but Southside hasn't gotten a shot off. Possession's not done yet. And that one's coming all the way toward the press box. Lands to the right of the press box. It's a good thing they have those ball retrievers to go after the loose soccer balls. Not only that, they've also got backup balls as Southside continues to put pressure on the Bruins, looking for a go-ahead goal. It was Miles Clark battling with Northrop defenders. He's got the lone goal for Southside so far in this game as Reynolds fires it in. Shot through the upright. That's not what Yuta was aiming for. But a goal kick coming up for the Bruins. Header across midfield. That's Acheto. Acheto working his way around. That's taken away by Zarate Lopez. Here's Gray Gensick coming off a hat trick against Lafayette Jefferson. He's the leading goal scorer on these Archers. This will be Southside's throw-in. Cleared. A header, and Northrop is able to get it out of the box. Acheto across midfield, and that's going to wander all the way towards Juarez. Raul Juarez with a low line drive boot. Man on, and the ball is kicked out of bounds. Southside will throw it in. That'll be Miles Clark. It would have been Miles Clark. Instead, he hands it off to Trek Reynolds. Almost called him Trey by accident. Shot, scooped up and saved by Katazovic. That'll bounce across midfield. Reynoso Pacheco battling for the ball. Vidal Arias had gotten to it. Cleared out of the box there by Juarez. And this will be a free kick, I believe, for Southside. Call against Northrop. Header back the other way by Vidal Arias. That goal by Reynoso Pacheco, by the way, was his 6th of the season. He's now the 2nd leading goal scorer on these Bruins. And I still have not seen Alex Oatara in the game. But here comes Reynoso Pacheco. Goalie's out of the box, but Reynoso Pacheco sends it wide. It's going to be cleared out by Creed Reynolds. It goes out. Northrop will get this throw in. Throw in into the box, looking for Acheto, and that's out of bounds. This will be a goal kick for Southside. Colas Wallace, the head coach for Southside, also coaches basketball at Memorial Park. He's the head coach for Memorial Park. I believe he's also one of the assistant coaches for boys basketball at Southside. He's helped out with, or he has served as an assistant coach at Southside, along with head coach J.J. Foster, as Corte Wallace sends it toward the middle to Gensick. Gensick's shot is saved by Katazovic. A takeaway by the Bruins. That was close to a handball. It was Al-Sahi, I beg your pardon, who knocked it away for Northrop as Clark tries to get to it. Clark and Hatton battling for the ball. Hatton finds Rodriguez. Clark pushing through some traffic. He has it deflected. Clark to the left. Left-footed shot deflected by Ali Al-Grami. And that ball's going out of bounds. This should be a goal kick for Northrop, and it will. Do have somebody warming up down behind the goal line for Northrop. I'm not sure if that's Owatara. I have not seen him in the game yet. He is the leading goal scorer for these Bruins coming into tonight. Al-Grami going after the ball. Cleared out by Hatton. Left-footed strike across midfield. Acheto gets to it. Defender in on him, and Acheto puts it in. Nerwin Acheto. Northrop takes the lead. As the celebration goes on the far side, 21:05 shows on the clock. As Nerwin Acheto gives Northrop their first lead of the game. Let's take a look at it on the replay, brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Acheto, not an easy time getting to the ball, but once he got to it, all he needed was a little soft poke to get it by Juarez. And that gives Northrop their first lead of this game as we've got 21:05 on the clock. And the ball is kicked off. A takeaway by the Bruins. Little through ball. Reynolds has it deflected and taken away by Northrop. Sent to the sideline. That's going out. Throw in by the Archers. Nice move. I think that was Vidal Arias. Check that. That's number 15, Mang N. And N has it taken away by the Archers. Clark gets it. As the Archers look for a tying goal, they get it up to Herrera. Herrera is met by two defenders, and the Bruins had the takeaway, but good battle there by Herrera. Barely kept in by Hatton. As Hatton finds Owatara. Alex Owatara, leading goal scorer on these Bruins, and watch him as he weaves through traffic. He finds Rodriguez. Rodriguez has a little more trouble getting past Reynolds. Jacob Hatton has it taken away by Zarate Lopez. Zarate Lopez with it, deflected just barely by Al-Salahi. There goes Owatara racing after the ball. Knocked out of bounds, throw in for the Bruins. Cleared backwards. Long strike, Reynoso Pacheco, that's not going to get there. Juarez able to scoop it up, and boy, he came right to the end of the line. Now, the rule is, as you know, the goalie is the only one who's allowed to touch the ball with his hands. But if he's outside the box, he's not allowed to do so. So, in other words, he's not allowed to carry the ball outside the box with his hands. And Juarez barely stopped short of the outside of the box before he dropped that ball. Throw in there by Reynolds. It's out of bounds. This throw in will go to Northrop. Try to get the ball to Oatara, and that's Jaime Perez who takes it away for Southside. Perez pushing. He goes for the through ball. Northrop's there to stop it as they find Jacob Hatton. Hatton with Clark on him. He gets it back. Hatton down the field. Is that going to be offsides? Flag doesn't go up, but it doesn't matter. This will be a throw-in as Juarez got to it and sent it all the way out of bounds on the sideline. Hatton will throw it in to Brandon Vidal-Arias. Looking for Oatara, but the pass is wide of his reach. That's Reynoso Pacheco going quick. Reynoso Pacheco already has a goal in this game. We're going to get a call on Southside. The Bruins put the free kick in rather quickly. Reynoso Pacheco trying to work around defenders as the Archers get the takeaway. Cleared out to the sideline. And I believe that was Marvel Natula. Or was that Vidal-Arias? I think that was Vidal-Arias who kicked it out for Northrop. And head coach Robbie Bakel will get a sub into this game. As Corte Wallace comes to throw it in. We're in the 24th minute here at Northrop High School, and we still got a man tying their shoe. That's one of the reasons why we're waiting for this ball to be thrown in. We don't want anybody tripping over their laces out there. I think that's Reynoso Pacheco who's tying his shoe. Wallace to throw it in for Southside. The throw in is high. Contact made. The Archers get control. And a whistle against Northrop. This will be a free kick for the Archers. I believe that's Eduardo Diaz handling the free kick for Southside. Left-footed strike into the box, cleared by Northrop. Zarate Lopez gets to it. He knocks it out of bounds. That's going to be a throw-in for Northrop. Hatton with the throw-in, looking for Oatara. And right there was Acha, I believe is how that's pronounced. Henry Arazo working around defenders, and that's cleared the other way by Ali Algrami. Reynoso Pacheco gets there for Northrop. Oatara's in close. It's cleared back. Mangan was also there for Northrop. Mangan gets a touch. Through ball. Reynoso Pacheco stumbling. Oatara had it taken away. Good stand by the Archers as some good goal scorers were vying to add to the Northrop lead. Looking for a through ball, and again the Archers are there, but Rodriguez gets a touch. Rodriguez surrounded by white shirts. And knocked the other way by Herrera. Little contact there as Herrera tries to push through. Gets the ball to Leo Perez. That ball bounces toward the sideline and goes out. Throw-in coming up for the Bruins. Left-footed strike by Zarate Lopez. Here's Wallace. Wallace has it knocked away. Reynoso Pacheco pushing down the field. Out of bounds. Throw-in coming for the Southside Archers. We've got a man down, it looks like. Clock is stopped at 13:01. And he's still down on the field, so I think they're still checking on him. We'll take an injury timeout. Wait a second. Nope, looks like he's up. Katazovic gets it down the field. Owatara looking for a touch. He was fronted by Creed Reynolds, and Reynolds with the header gets it to Juarez. The Bruins take it back, trying to get it to Ouattara. And again, Juarez out of the box. He backpedals into the box, and now he can pick it up with his hands. One thing you'll see from Alex Ouattara is he goes quick. We've seen that ever since he came into the game. At this point, though, that has not rewarded him a goal, not yet. But his team leads it 2-1. All the way to the near side of the field, rather, as A. Cha gets to it. Perez across midfield. A takeaway by Herrera, and we've got whistles blowing. It looks like this will be a free kick for Southside. Gray Jensick, the freshman, has it set up. Miles Clark, another freshman, had a 6-goal campaign a year ago. He scored earlier today on a penalty kick. That's the only goal for Southside so far as they trail 2-1. That PK goal gave them a 1-0 lead. As Ouattara does get to the ball, has to battle for it. The Bruins get control. Over to Hatton. Hatton finds Henry Arazo. Hatton trying to race to it, but Juarez is going to beat him, and they run into each other. Not hard contact. Looked like Hatton was just trying to slow himself down and couldn't stop himself quick enough. Nice push there. Edie Yuta working through traffic with a little slide tackle kick by Ali Algrami. Arazo is battling for the ball. This is Trek Reynolds. That was close to being a handball. Looked like that went off the arm of Hatton. But a takeaway by Alan Herrera. And Alan trips. That's going to go all the way to the sideline, or is it? Eduardo Diaz lets it go. Shaw. A trip just beyond midfield. Wallace went down. It looked like they were going to call that on Northrop, and they are. Diaz, wide left. .8:16 left to play in the first half here at Spooler Stadium. Northrop leads it 2-1. And they'll get the goal kick here as that one comes up short of midfield. Bruins do get a touch right around midfield. Good double team. That's Wallace and Diaz putting on the double team for Southside. That'll go out of bounds, and I think that throw-in is going to go to Southside. 33rd minute here at Spooler Stadium. Reynoso, check that. That's not Reynoso Pacheco. That's Arazo. And that looked like an inadvertent slip there on the part of Trek Reynolds as Arazo tries to get it to Oatara. And Oatara sends it back toward the middle. Deflected. Nice defense there by the Archers. I think that was Jaime Perez. Edie Yuta gets a touch, and that ball's going out of bounds. Throw-in coming up for the Archers. Throw into the middle of the field. Anthony Zarate Lopez looking for Clark. Can Clark get to it? Clark tries to battle for the ball with Hatton, and instead it's Hatton who comes up with it. And Hatton with defenders in close. Hatton stops, trying to regain control. Clark there with him. So too is Herrera, and Herrera comes up with it, trying to set up Yuta. Defenders are there for Northrop. And now the Bruins try to set up Oatara. Juarez heads it the other way. Booted up in the air by Trek Reynolds. Arazo gets it back to Al-Salahi, I beg your pardon. My apologies. Some of these names are not easy to pronounce. Algrami looking for Oatara. Did he wait long enough is the question. Flag doesn't go up. Over to Arazo. Henry Arazo trying to work his way around some traffic, and that's going out of bounds. Where's it going? Inside the flag. Corner kick coming. I thought that was going to roll out inside the flag. But outside the flag. It did roll out inside. Changed direction, not quite in midair, but you might say the ball changed direction as it bounced. And this will be a corner kick for the Bruins as we're inside the 35th minute. Christopher Rodriguez handling the corner kick. Kicked high in the air and snatched away by Juarez. That's cleared to the sideline, and it's going out. This will be a throw-in for the Archers. With 4:50 and counting to play, Clark will let Reynolds handle the throw-in. Clark scored his third goal of the year earlier today. That puts Southside on top 1-0, but they currently trail 2-1. Reynoso Pacheco gets a touch. Almost got tripped. Southside able to avoid any kind of infraction. But check that. Yeah, that's Rodriguez, I believe. And a trip inside the box, and that's probably going to warrant a penalty kick for the Bruins. check that. That was Reynoso Pacheco who was pushing. And it will be a penalty kick. Reynoso Pacheco, who's already scored today, is called upon to kick it. Southside scored on a penalty kick earlier today, and now Northrop gets back at him. Reynoso Pacheco, bullseye. Second goal of the game for Reynoso Pacheco. As we get another look at that on our replay, brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Reynoso Pacheco, 7 goals on the year with that PK. And he was on target. As the Bruins take a 3-1 lead. We have to reset our camera at halftime as you see the lights starting to change as the sun goes down. Hasn't gone all the way down and may not go all the way down until maybe 8:45. By then you would think this game would be done unless the Archers can make a comeback and even this thing up. Herrera battling for the ball. Kicked out of bounds. They're going to say that was off of Northrop. Whistles blow. And this might be a free kick for Southside. It will be. Into the box, Wallace with the header, and it's too tall. Trying to sneak it in over Katazovic, and he could not do so. So we've got 2:15 and counting to play. Northrop with a 3-1 lead. Each team has scored on a penalty kick. PK is the way Southside has gotten their only goal thus far. As we approach the final 2 minutes. Clark pushes. Hatton toward the middle. Finds end. As Owatara tries to race towards this one. That's Creed Reynolds who gets back for Southside, and who touched it last? It was Southside who touched it last. Hatton with a throw in right to Owatara. And couldn't get control. And the Archers take it away. But then Hatton comes and gets the ball and finds Al-Salahi. Al-Salahi on the push. Trying to go through traffic. Yuta pushing. Rodriguez trying to keep it in, working along the sideline, and that one is out of bounds. Throw in for Southside with 57 seconds left. Quick throw in. That's Acheto, who has a goal already in this game for Northrop. As they get the ball back to Al-Salahi. Back to Hatton. Hatton with Clark on him, trying to go through traffic, taken away. Zarate Lopez, man on him. He finds Yuta. That ball's going to go out of bounds. Looked like it went off Northrop, and it did. Reynoso Pacheco kicked it out. 21 seconds. Yuta gets a touch, but sends it the wrong way. Herrera trying to get control. Cleared out by Northrop. So they play a little keep away here toward the end of the first half. That ball's going to roll to the sideline. It goes out. Southside will get the throw in, but there's very little time on the clock. Down to 4 seconds.
3, 2, 1.
And the first half is in the books. We've played one half here at Spooler Stadium. The Northrop Bruins leading the Southside Archers 3-1. Southside started the game up 1-0, but now the Bruins have scored 3 straight goals. This is a team that's 5-0-1. They haven't been defeated yet. They've tied with Homestead. That's their only blemish, and I have to put that word blemish in air quotes. It's not a loss, but Bruins would have preferred that they could have gotten the win. They did not. Instead, it was a tie. Meanwhile, we've got some more words from our sponsors that we need to hear from. It's because of our sponsors that we get to broadcast these high school games like we do here on SummitCitySports.com. Those sponsors, of course, include Ottenweller Contracting. At Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. Jolly Law Firm is the area's best criminal defense firm, helping defend the accused from the government. Whether you're facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation, Jolly Law Firm is the answer. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu. Specialists in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration. Visit tjwindustrial.com. The 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana, we are LIUNA. A 3-1 lead for the Northrop Bruins. We're back after this extended break. You're watching high school soccer on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cup Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Go.
game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never make it no. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook, Big Low come through frying. Hey, let her cook, okay. Too much cake out bow, oh God. Let her cook, all this sauce I'm trying.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Back here at Spooler Stadium here on the campus of Northrop High School, it is the homestanding Bruins who lead the visiting Archers of Southside 3-1. I'll go ahead and show you some replays. They are brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. This is the first goal of the game. Now, this was a penalty kick, so that's why you see in Miles Clark step back a little bit, and he runs up and takes the left-footed strike. Fakes the goalie out, sends him the wrong way, and Clark has his third goal of the season. An outstanding freshman year with 6 goals, one of the team leaders in goals on this team. But then Northrop was able to answer in the 9th minute. Diego Reynoso Pacheco doing work to get past a whole host of Archers, and he puts it in. That was Reynoso Pacheco's 6th goal of the season. He was the second leader in goals at the time. He would later become the team leader in goals, but before we show you that, going to go ahead and show you this. Nerwin Acheto with the go-ahead goal for Northrop as he pushes down the field. You see Acheto going quick, and he's able to knock it kind of off the foot maybe of Juarez. Initially, I thought he just slipped it past him. But on that replay, it looked like he might have actually knocked it off his foot. But that shot gives Northrop the 3-1 lead. And then it was Reynoso Pacheco again to become tied for the team lead in goals with Alex Oatara. This penalty kick goes in bottom shelf. Reynoso Pacheco hits bullseye. As he does that pose in front of these Southside Archers as the Bruins take the lead 3-1, or I should say extend their lead to 3-1. Some games around the area not quite getting started as we get ready to start the second half. As it looks like Carroll and Dwenger are about to get started. That's boys soccer, not too far away from here. Tim Atkinson's on the call over there at Bishop Dwenger High School. Southside and Northrop also playing each other in girls soccer today. That's over at Jack Weicker Stadium on the campus of Southside High School. That game is just getting started as well. Looks like we had some long JV games or late starts to the JV games, something similar to what we had last night when Carroll knocked off Dwenger in girls soccer. That was a 3-1 final for the Lady Chargers. Northrop gets the kickoff to start the second half. Sent down the field as Owatara tries to get to it, but the Archers are there defensively, and they have not made things easy on Owatara. But Reynoso Pacheco trying to get to that near side corner, and he sends it wide right. Nice little effort there by Juarez. Dive wasn't really needed. We'll give him an A for effort, though. And now we see that Carroll and Dwenger boys are just underway over there at Shields Field. And I'm not sure that ball went exactly the way Juarez wanted to go. He was trying to get it to Creed Reynolds. This ball goes out of bounds, throw-in coming up for the Bruins. Archers had the takeaway for a moment. Now Wallace gets a touch. Al-Salahi gets in front. Owatara trying to weave through traffic, and that's Wallace with a takeaway. He finds Yuta. Bruins are there defensively, but that ball's going out of bounds. And a throw-in coming up for the Archers. Throw-in by Gray Jensick. Kick backwards to Juarez. Juarez to the far side. Ouattara trying to get to it. Flag doesn't go up, or it did go up. The flag did go up. That's offsides on Northrop. And this will be a free kick for the Archers. Both these schools are part of the Fort Wayne Community Schools District as the Archers move the ball up. The idea is you're supposed to move it up to the spot of the infraction. Both these schools are part of the Fort Wayne Community Schools District, the FWCS as we call it. And here at Northrop, they've got the North Transportation Office. I say office, it's not just an office, but a garage. They keep the buses there. They maintain the buses there. And you also have the South Transportation Division. That's going to be a foul against Northrop as Yuta got pushed down by Brandon Vidal Arias. This will be a free kick for the Archers. Now, the South Transportation Division is not really on the campus of Southside High School, but if I'm not mistaken, it is located over by the Southside Athletic Annex, which houses the baseball and softball fields. Southside used to play soccer over there, but nowadays they play over at Jack Weicker Stadium. Jensick taking the free kick, trying to set a man up. The Bruins knock it out. Sent back toward the box a couple of different times, and that bicycle kick doesn't quite go the right way, and this will be a foot save for Katazovic. And now Yuta pushing, playing chicken with Katazovic, and now Katazovic scoops it up. You could say they were playing chicken with each other. As the Bruins try to set up a through ball, Ouattara battling with Wallace, and that's not an easy battle. Wallace, a good defender. Ouattara right back at him. That's going to be an inadvertent trip they'll play on. Wallace directing traffic. He goes to the right. Back to the left. switching direction every which way, trying to get him a touch near the box, and the Bruins clear it out. Throw-in coming up for Southside as Clark puts it in, and that goes out of bounds off Southside. Throw-in for Northrop. And whistles will blow. There are no subs there to check in. They're going to have the Bruins redo this throw-in. As I recall, Northrop used to play their soccer games in a field almost across the athletic complex from Spooler Stadium. Oh, Atara, that did not go in. It ricocheted off 2 crossbars. The goal crossbar and the upright crossbar, but it did not go in. Oh, Atara almost had his first goal of the game. Would have been his 8th of the season. A takeaway by Christian Akite. Check that. That's Pai Soon, number 11. Soon has it taken away by Alan Herrera. Taken right back by Al-Salahi. Reynoso Pacheco gets it back to Mang En. And has it taken away by Wallace. And here come the Archers. The Archers get it down the field. Yuta was there, but so was Northrop. That's Hatton who sends it back across midfield. Jacob Hatton, good defensive player for these Bruins. As Herrera tries to chase it down, keeps it in. Right in front of Soon, but that's cleared back out by Vidal Arias. And it'll be a throw-in for Eduardo Diaz. Herrera boots it up in the air, and that's going to be caught out of the air by Katazovic. Juarez waits on it. That ball almost got past him. Northrop wants a call for a handball. It's not coming. Trying to get it to Jensic. Yuta gets a touch. Defender's there. Yuta trying to stay with it. Saved by Katazovic. Edie Yuta looking for a scoring chance. I think back to the Homestead game. Southside, they went quick down the field, had several opportunities to get the goal. That was close to being a handball. It's not called. And here comes Reynoso Pacheco. Reynoso Pacheco with the speed, getting by defenders. And he's knocked down in the box. Another penalty kick coming. That'll be the second penalty kick for Reynoso Pacheco in this game. Reynoso Pacheco. Got it! Reynoso Pacheco has the hat trick. He's got 8 goals for the season, 3 tonight. 2 PK goals for Reynoso Pacheco, and the Bruins lead it 4-1. I'll try to show you these replays. Here's the infraction that happened as Reynoso Pacheco was pushing into the box. And there you see the penalty. That was going to be on Trek Reynolds as he came in and knocked down Reynoso Pacheco in the box. And that allowed the Bruins to get their 4th goal of this game, or set the Bruins up with a chance to get their 4th goal of this game. As the Bruins look to work their way down the sideline, looking for Oatara. Flag goes up, he's offsides. Well, that gives us a chance to show you the PK goal. The replay, as always, brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Reynoso Pacheco, the run-up, and again goes bottom shelf Juarez unable to save it. 2 PK goals for the Bruins, 1 for the Archers. And the Bruins lead at 4-1. As we've got 31 minutes and 18 seconds and counting to go in regulation here at Spooler Stadium. This will be a throw-in for Southside, but that was not an official throw-in. I think that ball just ricocheted off the wall out there in front of the bleachers. Corte Wallace will throw it in for the Archers. Not quite a bicycle kick there. Oatara. Oh, that was a jersey grab, and the officials caught it. Looked like he grabbed the jersey of Wallace. It was definitely a jersey grab. So a free kick for the Archers. Yuta with a chance, but that's going to bounce right into the hands of Katazovic. 50th minute here at Spooler Stadium, and now Katazovic will scoop it up. Again, he plays chicken with Yuta. He's done that before, at least twice in this game now. Oatara, the backwards kick. It's only defenders there at this point for the Archers. And Oatara now pushes towards it. And I wouldn't call that playing chicken with Oatara on Juarez's part. He did kick the ball around a while, looking to find a teammate to pass to. As somehow that ball stays in. Jaime Perez gets to it. Perez looking for Clark. Miles Clark. Draws a little contact. Reynoso, Pacheco, and Soon help to take it away, and that one's off Clark. Or is it? I thought it was off Clark before it went out. And it is going to be Northrop's throw-in, so they say it is off Miles Clark. Looks like Dwenger has a 1-0 lead over Carroll over at Shields Field. That's about a 5-minute drive away from here at Northrop High School. As the sun starts to go down, this ball will go out of bounds, and a throw-in coming up for the Bruins. First, the sub will check in. Couple of subs will check in for both sides. Vidal Arias sends it back, little through ball. Tough shot, diving save, Juarez. Wallace gets it up to Zarate Lopez. Yuta with 2 men on him. Trying to leave it for Clark. Reynoso Pacheco is there, and he keeps it in off the takeaway. What a play, Reynoso Pacheco. Taken right back, though, by the Archers, and then the Bruins get it back. Acheto, who's got a goal in this game already. Reynoso Pacheco trying to weave around traffic again. We've seen him do this a few times, but a nice little slide tackle kick there, and I think that was Jaime Perez. And Perez had a little hitch in his giddy-up. I thought he might be hurt, but looks like that's not the case. Firing it in is Vidal Arias, and that's cleared out. Now, around here, they don't like Snyder all that much, but Snyder is in action against the Homestead Spartans in volleyball. Get you an update on that game here in just a moment, or should I say that match. Paisoon will throw it in for Northrop. That's going to be cleared out by the Archers. Cleared out of the box by the Archers, and Yuta gets a touch. Yuta going quick. But defenders are quick as well. That ball was contacted. I think that might have hit off of Al-Salahi. And it goes out of bounds, throwing for Southside. As some subs check in for the Archers, it will be Miles Clark to throw it in. Hope to get a check-in on the girls' score between these two schools. Northrop is at Southside in girls soccer, as instead it's going to be Eduardo Diaz who throws it in. A little backwards kick there by Zarate Lopez. The Bruins come up with it. Jensick had it, and now Soon has it, gets around Clark. Cleared out of bounds, throw in for Northrop. I can now tell you that Northrop leads Southside in girls soccer. That's a 2-0 lead for the Bruins in the first half. Vincent Anzaruni to throw it in for Northrop. Clark. He gets a touch, works his way around Anzaruni. Little through ball as he looks for Perez. Jensick stays with it. Shot. Too tall. Katazovic came close to touching it. I think he just missed it, which is good news for Northrop because it means it's a goal kick rather than a corner kick. Looks like they've actually gone final between Homestead and Snyder in volleyball. See if we get an update on a final score here in just a moment from Joe Northern. Joe Northern is our play-by-play man who's covering that game. I think he's got some more volleyball matches coming up later this week. Jensick with a defender on him. Wallace, short pass. And the Bruins come away with the ball. That's Henry Arazo taken right back by the Archers as Wallace. He's contacted, and there's a whistle. A call against the Bruins. And now, are we going to have a clock stoppage? There's the stoppage. And the card comes out. Al-Salahi gets the yellow card. So Al-Salahi's been warned. One more yellow card would knock him out of this game. That's the first yellow card we've had yet in this game. Comes here in the 56th minute. Gray Jensick will handle the free kick for Southside. He strikes it into the box. Northrop has defenders there. That ball still alive. And this is going to be a corner kick for Southside. I think that's Clark handling the corner kick for the Archers. Miles Clark. It's hard to tell from here. Nope, it's not Clark. Might actually be Trek Reynolds. That ball is booted up in the air. The header by Wallace comes out of the box. We have a whistle and a man down in the box. Clock stops. And it looks like we're going to get an injury timeout. Can't tell if that's Al-Salahi. Looks like Robbie Bakel will come out to check on him, and now we will get an injury timeout here on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Well, that actually looked like it was Nerwin Acheto who was walking off the field. He's walking under his own power. That's the good news. But from here, it looks like he's walking gingerly. Owatara trying to get to the ball. Well, Southside's played him pretty well. Owatara did not start this game, but since he's come in, he's played with a high motor. But Southside, with their quickness, they've been able to shut him down for the most part as Reynoso Pacheco puts the header in the air. And Clark sends that one across midfield. Right there waiting was Brandon Vidal-Arias. Wallace, or check that, Zarate Lopez trying to work around traffic. That's going to go out off Northrop, I believe. Oh, nope, it went out before it was touched. Last we checked, Northrop was leading Southside in girls soccer. That game's over at Southside. Eli Lawrence is on the call over there at Jack Weicker Stadium. That through ball goes past Reynoso Pacheco. Header back the other way by the Bruins. Owatara trying to get to this ball. He does, gets a foot on it. He's got Trek Reynolds right there. Reynoso Pacheco trying to split defenders. Still going. And did that hit Reynoso Pacheco? Well, it doesn't matter. He gets to it. He sends it back to Esquivel. A touch in the box for Arazo. Back to Esquivel. Esquivel, can he keep it in? No. That goes out of bounds, and this will be a goal kick. Subs will come in. Dwenger still has their 1-0 lead over Carroll in boys soccer. Carroll won the girls' game against Bishop Dwenger yesterday at Shields Field. That game once again is being played at Shields Field. Got a moment to let you know what games we've got coming up on SummitCitySports.com as the week goes on. We'll have more volleyball for you tomorrow as Concordia goes on the road to play the Leo Lions. We'll be carrying St. Francis Soccer versus Madonna. Thursday we'll have more volleyball as Belmont hosts Snyder. And more soccer as Leo hosts Northrop in boys soccer. And Northrop hosts Bishop Dwenger in girls soccer. Tim Atkinson will be here for that Northrop girls game against Dwenger. That Northrop girls team having a real good season this year, much like this boys team, although I don't think the girls have a tie at this point. The boys do have a tie, came against Homestead. Reynoso Pacheco in the box. Goes for the cross. Owatara can't get to it. A diving save. It looks like Southside has a new goalie, and meanwhile Southside also has a man down. It's hard to tell what the number is. And now the ref will ask for time to be stopped. And while he does that, we will take an injury timeout on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
My apologies, folks. I cannot tell who that is who's down for Southside. I can tell that that's Miles Clark stretching out his leg, and I can also tell that's Colas Wallace, his head coach, going to check on him. Unfortunately, I can't see the number of the man who's down. Look like Southside's athletic trainer, Jaslyn Davis, will come out. Well, now we see the number. That's Eduardo Diaz who's down, and Diaz is walking off mostly under his own power, but he's in some pain, and now he's not walking. Colas Wallace going to try to help him off, or is he? Yeah, he's helping him. It's almost as if Diaz is trying to walk it off, and actually I think he was just making an adjustment to the other side, and he's taking as many steps as he can muster with his coach Colas Wallace there by his side. I certainly hope that Diaz is okay and that this isn't any kind of long-term injury. We shall see. Meanwhile, Southside did make a change at goalie, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's Moises Ochoa, who's now in the box for the Archers. We'll see if we can see a number here. Yep, that's 94, Moises Ochoa. So they'll run the clock, and Ochoa had a man pushing toward that ball. Moises Ochoa is a sophomore, back up to Raul Juarez. And trying to keep this a 3-goal game. There's a push from behind. They don't call it. That sure looked like a push on Reynoso Pacheco. It's not called. Here's Oatara trying to work around defenders. Oatara in the box. Southside gets to him. Seems like they've been paying a lot of attention to Alex Oatara as he almost lost the ball. Got it back to Esquivel. And now on Zaruni. Looks like he's in some pain. He's still up on his feet. Here come the Bruins. Across. Oatara goes down in the box. No foul call. It's out of bounds. Southside will get the throw in. Wallace. Defenders all around him. He gets it to Edie Yuta, and Yuta sends it backwards to Clark. Wallace has it knocked away by the Bruins, and they try to keep it moving. That's going out. Sliding attempt by Rodriguez goes to no avail. And Wallace will throw it in for the Archers, rather. Clark, little through ball. Zarate Lopez tries to work his way to the inside, and that's going to be cleared out. Wallace will throw it in. Knocked out of bounds by the Bruins, and another throw-in coming up for the Archers. Wallace throws it in, looking for Yuta, goes right past him, and it will be saved. And again, Katazovic playing chicken with these Archers. Redirected by Trek Reynolds. Clark tries to set up the through ball, and the Bruins are there. That's going out of bounds. This will be a throw-in for the Archers, or at least it should. I think they're saying it's a throw-in for the Bruins. And now they do change the call. It will be Miles Clark to throw it in for Southside. Of course, I'll give you another reminder. We do have high school football broadcasts coming up this Friday. Plenty of them. as Clark gets a touch in the box. That's cleared out by the Bruins. Oatara has it knocked away. Corte Wallace battling with him, and Oatara able to get past him for now, but he can't get it past Trek Reynolds. Oh, a little bicycle kick by Oatara. How about that? Cleared back the other way. Check that. That was Anzaruni. Clark through traffic. And again, Katazovic able to scoop it. And Katazovic boots it down the field. Wallace sends it down the field. And a chance for the Archers as they push toward the goal. Left-footed shot, wide right. And Katazovic did not touch it, so it'll be a goal kick. I think that was Jensic who took the shot. Reynolds the header. Clark the header. Headed back the other way by Northrop. Nice move by Eduardo Diaz. And I don't think Katazovic needed to touch that ball. He'd better pick it up. Yuta's pushing. He left that one right in front of Yuta and picked it up just in time. Katazovic across midfield as Mangan gets the ball. Here's Reynoso Pacheco with his speed. Leaves it off. And that's going to be saved by Ochoa. Moises Ochoa, the backup goalie for Southside, in for Raul Juarez. Nearly another bicycle kick by Anzaruni. Clark. Left-footed shot, cleared. Wallace has it deflected. Is that going to stay in? No, it just barely went out. Thought it might kind of curve like a bowling ball, but that's not what happened. And Oatara gets tangled up with Clark. I think he's going to be called. And ref came in for a moment, and now he stops everything. It'll be a free kick for Southside. And now the yellow card comes out. And he gave it to Reynoso Pacheco. That's the second yellow card that's been issued. Reynoso Pacheco will go to the bench. Reynoso Pacheco does have a hat trick in this game. Can't remember who the first yellow card went to. They've both been on Northrop. But I don't think that was Reynoso Pacheco's second yellow card of the game. As Clark goes for the through ball, trying to set up Jensic. That's knocked away by the Bruins and cleared out. They'll slow things down for now as that ball's kicked into the stands. Well, Southside doesn't quit. They go quick down the field, and they continue to set up scoring chances for themselves. But here in the second half, they haven't cashed in. That's Anzaruni who clears it. And a throw-in coming up for Southside again. High throw-in. Bruins have defenders there. Kept alive for now. Is that Juarez? That looks like number 1. I thought that was 7. Although Diaz actually did leave this game. Another chance for the Archers, and that one's going to be scooped up. Do have the the update. Homestead sweeps Snyder in volleyball, 3-0, or 3-0, 3 sets to none. Mixing up my sports terms there. Typically don't use the word nil in volleyball. I mean, you may see certain words interchanged, and again, Katazovic playing chicken. With these Southside Archers. Header forward by Northrop, and Ochoa waits on it. He'll scoop it up. Ochoa trying to get it to Poby Say. Katazovic just pokes it, and now he'll pick it up right in front of Jensic. Vidal Arias racing toward the ball. Oatara racing towards it as well. The Bruins get a takeaway, and that shot's wide right. Looked like Vidal Arias took the shot. This will be a goal kick for Southside. Ochoa will set it up. Wallace. Archers clear it. Bruins get to it. A little contact there on the near side. That's going to stay in for now. That's an awkward position to be in. It's going to be a free kick for Southside as Vidal Arias went down. Jensic will just kick it in quick to Clark. Clark finds Jensic. Jensic trying to set it up, and that shot goes wide. Now the Archers take it away. That's Oatara, or the Bruins take it away, rather. Here goes Oatara. Edie Uda right with him. Check that. That's Lukaku Stevens who's right with him, number 3. Uda would normally be on the other end of the field. Throwing coming up for Northrop. A takeaway by Clark. Clark pushing to his right. Knocked away. Paisoon has it. Mang En will slow things down. Lukaku Stevens is there, and he'll send it out of bounds. Throw in for Northrop, I believe. That's what it's looking like as we're in the 34th minute. And Zaruni to throw it in. Wallace was there for Southside. We are seeing a lot of airplanes fly in. They do have an airfield over by Northrop High School as we get a whistle against the Bruins. That's deflected the other way, and that's going to be a whistle on Pyesoon. And now they're going to stop the clock, and it looks like the cards come out. 6:05 on the clock. Free kick coming up for Southside. I think they got Soon with that yellow card. And they'll go with the short kick. Lukaku Stevens sends it backwards, and there's a takeaway by the Bruins. That's Mang In. Back to his right, and with a chance. Ochoa waits on it. It's out of bounds, and that is going to be a goal kick for Southside. The Bruins looking for some more as they lead it 4-1. Diego Reynoso Pacheco has a hat trick in this game. Wallace the header. It was close to a handball. And gets to it. Wants to set up a through ball. He works his way backwards. And Clark is there. Clark has that one knocked out of bounds. Off Vanzaruni, and a throw-in coming up for Clark. Clark throws it in to Wallace. And Wallace is going to be pushed. That's going to be a call against Al-Salahi. I think this is Juarez handling the kick. I've gotten word that Northrop now leads Southside 3-0 in girls soccer. Here in the boys game, it's a 4-1 lead for Northrop. That's cleared out. Corner kick coming for Southside. Or not. They call a foul on Clark. Might have pulled somebody down, and Northrop's going to get a free kick. Just under 4 minutes to play as this ball will bounce out of bounds. And with Northrop having this 3-goal lead, they probably don't mind the ball bouncing out and some more time ticking off the clock as Stevens throws it back in to Clark. And he gets tangled up with Julio Martinez. And Katazovic comes out to save the free kick, and he'll fire it right out of the box. Not playing chicken this time. Up the field, Martinez has it cleared out of bounds. Throw-in coming up for the Bruins. Clark trying to get to it, and he knocks it out of bounds. Oh, they called it off of Northrop. I thought that Clark knocked that out. A trip from behind. It's not called. They'll play on. Wallace gets to it. Good stick-to-itiveness by Corte Wallace. He gets tripped. No call. It will be a throw-in for Southside, though, as we're inside 3 minutes to go. I'll tell you in just a minute what's coming up for these two schools. Southside will take on Huntington North on Saturday afternoon at 1:30 p.m. over at Jack Weicker Stadium as Wallace gets tripped. He'll set up a free kick. As for Northrop, they'll have Leo on Thursday night. That'll be on the road. This ball goes out of bounds and a throw-in coming up for the Bruins. So we're inside the final 2 minutes. That Leo team is 4-1-2 on the year. Won't be an easy task. Here come the Bruins inside the final 2 minutes. Minute and a half to go, actually, here in regulation at Spooler Stadium. Southside got the game's first goal on a penalty kick, but Northrop has scored 4 unanswered since then. Cleared out by the Bruins. Wallace has it deflected. That's going to be on Wallace. Free kick coming up for Northrop as we're inside the final minute. And again, we'll have a crew out here on Thursday. Tim Atkinson looks like he'll be out here as Northrop takes on Bishop Dwenger in girls soccer. And I mentioned that the Northrop boys will be taking on Leo. We'll have Eli Lawrence on the call out there at Leo High School for that game on Thursday. So plenty more soccer coming up for the Bruins as this Bruin boys team is about to go to 6-0-1 with a win against the Southside Archers and just 18 seconds to play. The Archers, though, trying to get 1 goal before the night ends. Katazovic makes sure that doesn't happen. Southside does have 1 goal. Haven't gotten it since very early in the game. As the crowd starts the countdown, and this game is over. The Northrop Bruins victorious over the Southside Archers. 4-1 is your final. The Bruins go to 6-0-1 on the year. The Archers fall to 2-3. And again, the Bruins are on the road on Thursday when they take on the Leo Lions. We plan to have that for you on SummitCitySports.com with Eli Lawrence on the call there. And Southside will take on Huntington North on Saturday over at Jack Weicker Stadium. For our Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game, we're going to recognize two players. First of all, we'll recognize the guy who got the hat trick, Diego Reynoso Pacheco, and then the guy who gave up only 1 goal, and it was on a penalty kick. That's the goalie, Arian Katazovic. So Katazovic and Reynoso Pacheco, your PSM players of the game. That's going to do it from here at Spooler Stadium. For my cameraman, Rob Rhodes, this is Thad Goff saying so long from Spooler. You've been watching high school soccer here on SummitCitySports.com. Good night from Spooler Stadium.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it. I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them. We ain't never make it up. Back for everything I ever lost. I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth. We in the kitchen. Let her cook. Big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bow. Oh God. Let her cook.